Welcome back to the channel, fellow adventurers. If you're new here, we do EDC gear and knife review videos. If you like that kind of content, subscribe to the channel. Alright folks, in front of us we have something new, a new knife from Finch. This isn't even out in the stores yet. I'm dropping this video on Tuesday. This is going to be released on Friday, the 23rd of May. So you're going to have a few days to look at this before you could actually buy it. So I kind of have a advanced preview. And I want to thank the people at Finch for sending this over to us. Really kind of them to do, and I appreciate it. So now let's get into the knife. This is the Finch Widowmaker. So let's open the box and see what we have. All right. First thing we have is that great Widowmaker sticker. Check that out. I always appreciate stickers. Then we have your flipping the Finch sticker. You have your Finch warranty card, which is a nice touch. I appreciate that. And of course they send a Band-Aid. And hopefully we won't need said Band-Aid. So let's open this up. And I can tell you now, this is, even through the plastic, this looks amazing. Let's get this all out of the way. So check out that finish. This is the Midnight Honey carbon fiber with your steel bolsters. It's a flipper deployment. If you look, some great jimping on that flipper. Look at that. So let's pop this out of here and see what we have. Wow, look at that. So that overall, this knife comes in at 6.5 inches. It's a width of 1/2 inch. And it's a Wharncliffe blade style. It comes in at 2.9 inches. So just under 3 inches, which makes it California legal and a lot of other states as well. So it's got a black wash finish. It's a liner lock. Or it's actually a bolster lock, I should say. And listen to the sound of this. That just pops out of there incredibly well. So you've got your milled titanium clip. Really nice, actually. But man, look at that kind of gold in the honey carbon. That is really impressive. I must say the fit and finish. I mean, where the carbon begins and where the bolster starts, you can't, it's a very smooth transition right there. Same on this side. Obviously, here it's not because you have your bolster lock right there, but one hand operation, drop shutty, no problem. All right, let's compare this to some other knives. First of all, we're going to bring out the Spyderco Para 3. So it's a little smaller than the Para 3. A little bit smaller in length, but blade-wise, not that much if you consider that sweeps upward. Now, just to give you an idea, this is I say 3.5 finger carry for me. I wear an extra large glove. There's really no place to choke up. I guess you could kind of choke up there on the flipper if you wanted to and get a full 4 fingers on there. But for me, it's about 3.5 fingers. So, but let's put that down. Let's compare it to another knife. This was a relatively new release. This is the Remet Canyon. And it's also a gentleman's style knife. I would call this kind of a gentleman's style knife. I mean, this looks really nice, although the Wharncliffe does make it look a little bit aggressive. But the Remet is slightly longer and thinner and has a little bit longer of a handle. So you kind of see this is kind of a medium, small to medium knife, where I would say this is a medium knife and this is also a medium-sized knife. So that gives you an idea of the size. Now, we're going to do something I don't usually do on the channel. We are going to cut some things. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a cut test. I grabbed some notebook paper. Let's check this out. Wow. Cutting through that paper like it's nothing. What's the old saying? A hot knife through butter? Look at that. All right, so let's grab some paracord and see what we can do. No problem with the paracord. Let's double that up. See how we roll. No problem. I mean, that's sharp as sharp could be, right out of the box. I think it's fantastic. Hang on for a second. I'm going to clean this up and we'll come back and sum everything up. All right, so I've got the table cleared up and I'm going to give you my thoughts here. First off, this knife is just stunning on every level. I mean, this looks amazing. Between that carbon fiber with the honey carbon, inlay, it's just perfect. The milled titanium clip, everything about this I like. My only thing I wish is that there was some jimping up here. And I do miss the old Finch glow-in-the-dark shield. I wish that was back on this. But now they've moved the name to there. That's just a minor nitpick. That's just an aesthetic thing. But from the action of the closing to how sharp it is, and mind you, that wasn't a thorough cut test. It was just a little bit of a cut test just to see how sharp it was out of the box. And action's great. So overall, I really like what Finch did with this. And I know the OEM on this is QSP. And if you've seen some of the new QSP knives, they're really knocking it out of the park. And this is no exception. I really, really think this is a great knife. And like I said, this is coming out on Friday, May 23rd. When you're watching this, it'll be Tuesday. So you'll have a few days to kind of ponder it over and think about if you want it. But definitely I would jump on this because these are going to sell out right away. Especially this one. I think this one is the best looking one in the bunch. They do come in 3 other colors that I saw. And I don't know. I think this is going to sell out right away. So if you want it, get on it right away. And make sure you get one if you really, really want one. So again, I want to thank Finch for sending this. And I want to say to everybody, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe. Every Sunday night, we do a live stream. Sunday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. I'd love for you guys to come hang out. It's a lot of fun. I think you'll enjoy it. Consider stopping by. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. We do a lot of different things on there besides talking knives and EDC gear. Again, stop by. We greatly appreciate it. And as I always say, until we meet again, keep your blade sharp